On today's show, we're going to be discussing professional B2B selling and sales leadership. In the past, we've talked a lot about the selling techniques that are out there, how you should go about it. But today we're going to be looking at a more high level. How do organizations and companies, how do they sort of step back for a moment and get maybe sometimes the right sales professionals? And what should you be expecting from them? How can you maybe support them and make them the professionals that you need for your business? Join me on today's program is Jeff Downs. He's the Managing Director of Quantum Sales.
Well, I see it as absolutely vital in terms of maximising shareholder value, but also in terms of maximising the potential of individuals. And if you get it right, you know, in a sense, it makes the rest of the marketing effort so much easier. The fact is that most salespeople will regress to mediocrity unless they're managed properly. They need managing, and more importantly, they need leading to fulfil their potential. And actually, to leave a good performing salesperson alone is probably one of the most common mistakes that we see. Whether you are a CEO with a board of directors around you and then delegating through a sales management team, or whether you're the owner of an SME and you've got a sales manager reporting to you, the principle is exactly the same. And you know, the first thing I would say is be very clear about what you want and what's the purpose of the selling operation. And of course that should emanate initially from the strategy of the company, but then the piece around sales and marketing. And then with regard to sales, what value do you want your selling operation to actually add? If you look at the impact of the internet, for example, research shows now that 58% of all buying decisions are made before they meet the salesperson. Right? So it's based on the research. So if the information these days is being gathered using the web, then what's the added value of the salesperson? Even if there was no change in the market, because of the misunderstanding of what the sales team actually do and how they do it, selling can be to a lot of business owners and boards a bit of a dark art. Every single member of your sales team is unique, and therefore you have a unique selling point and a point of differentiation that you cannot achieve with the rest of the marketing mix, if you like, in terms of product and advertising, those things. So I think a recognition that salesperson is in fact a unique resource, and one that should be led accordingly and motivated accordingly. Well, this is where the role of sales leadership is so important. First, we have to make sure we, for want of a better term, educate the sales management team around what makes human beings tick, what they need to do to be a good leader. Well, first of all, one of the most common mistakes that senior management makes is that thing of promoting your most successful salesperson automatically into a sales management role. I'm Jeff Downs, I'm the Managing Director of Quantum Sales. We've been working with selling operations in the B2B space over the last 25 years, and we've been helping to improve sales in terms of growing sales, in terms of growing profitable sales, and getting sales teams to sell value. In terms of the way we go about that, I think the most important points are at board level, be clear about what you want from your sales team in terms of the results that they have to bring in, the value that they add. That might be to do with customers, products, levels of profitability and growth. And then at a sales management level, make sure that you've got sales leaders who can motivate their salespeople, who can understand each individual and how they're different and what style of management needs to be used with them, and importantly have the machinery in place to be able to manage sales activity in terms of the quantity, direction and quality of that activity. And then at the front end, recognise that if salespeople are going to produce ongoing improved results and fulfil their potential, they will need good quality coaching. So don't have your sales managers staring into a computer or working out the numbers from the CRM system. Have them out there 60% of the time coaching their salespeople.